Throw the damn towel! Throw the damn towel! Throw the damn towel!
Throw it. Gee, what
Throw the towel! Go to the damn towel!
Here we go again. 4 games in a MF in row. 4 games in a row. Again?
It ain't happened since Jim Mora was the head coach. They have never, under Pete Carroll, have lost 4 games in a row. If everybody right now is at your house, you're eating ice cream, some of y'all might be on the couch tonight because you probably lactose intolerant because you know you ain't supposed to have ice cream, but you just eating your sorrows away. Man, this hurt. And I know the chat is going crazy. KJ, how you feeling, man?
We not used to this. I'm a fan right now. We not used to losing. We might as well be feeling like the New York Jets, the New York Giants, the Commanders. We the people laughing at us like we one of those teams. We're supposed to be one of the best, most prolific, most dominating team in the NFL. And
you know who was laughing at? You know who was laughing at the Seahawks today?
Fred Warner.
Fred Warner. Fred Warner was laughing.
We
laughing.
All right, man.
All right, so we're gonna break it down, man. Let's go ahead. You guys know Seahawks travel down to Santa Clara, lose that game against the San Francisco 49ers 28-16. We're gonna break down all of the stuff. Let's go ahead and start off right now. Drew Lock. Drew Lock, your thoughts on him?
Drew Lock, my thoughts on him. Let's just pull up his stats. He was 22 for 31, 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. It should have been 5 interceptions. I counted 3 that they missed. And Drew Lock, he did some good stuff. Their first drive, I was like, we got us a ball game, boys. We got us a ball game. That first drive, he threw it to DK. Beautiful dime, beautiful pass. And after that touchdown, in my brain, the way that I think, if the man is single covered, one-on-one, Ward goes out. If it's one-on-one, I'm going back to DK Metcalf. I'm feeding the beast. He needs volume. He needs targets. And for some strange reason, I saw a few times one-on-one situations, he just decided to look at DK and go elsewhere.
Right.
And so I know this Niner defense is tough. They're stingy, create hella turnovers. But Drew Lock, protect the damn ball. This has been his problem since he was in Denver. Gunslinger, I could do some good stuff. I have a beautiful arm, but I just like to do silly stuff for some strange reason.
Yeah. I agree with you when you said that. I mean, he threw two interceptions. I saw where he could have threw about 2 more interceptions. I get that. I just want to just say this. I thought the young fella did all right when he was in there. I know that's not saying a lot, but I thought the young fella did all right. I thought the offense was kind of moving, especially they scored 10 points in the first quarter. You got to see, okay, it felt like different plays was being called because he was in there. I did like the courage he had in the very beginning to throw that to DK. I thought that was beautiful as well. But I just want to say this. I don't know if any other quarterback would have helped that situation today, right? Like what was going on. And the reason why I bring that up is let's talk about this. And this is very important. You're telling me that the Seahawks under Pete Carroll have gone 4 games in a row without rushing over 100 yards. They have not run for 100 yards since the Commanders game when they rushed for 120. Every single game, they're 0-4. They're not running the ball very well. The Seahawks are getting dominated. And we'll get to Christian McCaffrey later, but you know that was embarrassing considering he rushes for 145. They rush for a team for like 170, and the Seahawks are in 60 to 80 yards. They can't get it done, KJ.
And as an offense, we can't even establish a rhythm. We can't even get above the chains. You telling me 4 games in a row, a Pete Carroll-led football team, run the football was just drilled in my brain when I was there for a decade. Control the line of scrimmage was drilled in my brain when I was there for a decade. And we got 2 second-round picks at running back.
Mm-hmm.
We got K9, Kenneth Walker, who came back and did some exciting stuff. And we got Zach Charbonnet, another guy we took in the second round. 2 young pups, 2 young workhorses. We can't get over 100 yards between those 2 guys. And so that's not the formula. That's not
no, not at all. And
so
go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
What I was gonna say is no, that is not the formula. That's not happening. So that's not getting done. For some reason, and I don't even think K9 was able to finish the game. We'll find out what happened to him later on. But at the same time, again, good defense, run the ball has been the philosophy, and that is not happening right now with this team, right? But I thought Drew Lock was decent. I thought Drew Lock went early and often, came to DK, the wide receivers and everything. But KJ, for some reason, there isn't like this, like the run game is not helping the pass game. The play calling isn't helping out the scheme. Like, help us understand what is going on. You've been talking about identity.
It's easy, G. We're not in sync. We're not connected. We do not have an identity as an offense. We haven't had it since week 1. It's like the style of play. What comes here? What comes next? Setting up a play that you're going to run in the second quarter. The creativity. You know what I mean? I want to see some creativity. Give me a fly motion with something. I saw the Chicago Bears run this cool play with Justin Fields. They faked him, motioned him outside. DJ Moore ran to the end zone. Give me something creative. I haven't seen that yet this football season.
Okay, well, then let me ask you this then. I know sometimes it really helps because sometimes when I'm at the Seahawks game, if I'm down towards the field, I can't really see. I personally like to go up to see. Can you speak about Shane Waldron, the offensive coordinator, being on the sideline as opposed to being up top? Would it be better for him? You tell me.
Give me something at this point. We're going to week 15. I'll take it at this point. And when you have that angle right there on the sideline, that's all you can see is like you can see horizontal. You can just see from this angle. If you have the bird's eye view and what they call it, you could really see, oh man, that was open right there. I saw that receiver in the corner. I saw my receiver beat him on that play. Let me come back to it. If you can only see from right here, that's all you can see. And so, hell, go upstairs. Go to the box at this point. So maybe you can see something different and you're like, I'm going to have this play in my back pocket. When it comes down to this third down, I'm going to make sure that I call this play to expose their defense. And so right now he's on the sideline and I haven't been a fan of it.
If you had a choice and you could only pick one of two, would you rather get punched or would you rather get slapped? Let's just say you out and about, it's everybody watching. Would you rather get punched or would you rather get slapped?
I'd rather get slapped because I feel like a punch would be harder. So I want you to slap me.
I'd rather you punch me. There's something about being slapped. And the reason why I bring that up, KJ, is because the very beginning of the game, I feel like the San Francisco 49ers slapped the Seahawks in front of their girl. Ooh. I don't know about you, but just imagine you standing there in front of your girl and somebody just smack you. That's what the 49ers did with a 72-yard run play, headed towards the boundaries, cut back, bam, smack. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to sit back. Everybody is going to sit back. We're going to listen to KJ school us about what is going on. And I'll start with this. I think that this defense has a lot of talent, but it does not have a lot of commitment.
Let's set the stage. Seattle Seahawks versus San Francisco 49ers. We've had 10 days off. We just gave up 41 points to the Dallas Cowboys. We practiced this run game on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This all we done went over. Stop Christian McCaffrey. Stop this offensive line. Trent Williams gonna give us clues with his feet. If his feet are lateral, expect to run. If he has that back leg back, expect to pass. First play of the game. I talked communication all last week. They thought I was crazy. They didn't know what I was talking about. We want to reprove ourselves. We want to come back and dominate this ball game. It's on the road. It's just us. 72-yard run. First play of the game. When you turn on the film come Monday morning, this is the first play that the defensive coordinator go see. This is the first play that the head coach is going to see. This is the first play that you're going to see. The general manager is going to see. The very first play, this is what happens. A simple crack toss. Deebo Samuel's lined up at the Z. He has his back foot up. And so you know something should trigger in your brain. He has his outside foot up. If I'm Darrell Taylor, I should anticipate him cracking me. I don't even look at it. No one says a word. And what they do, they put a hat on a hat and didn't go touch, G. Didn't get touched. 72 yards. You talking about just setting the tone for the game, setting the tone for the rest of the day. That's what the San Francisco 49ers did on the very first play of the game and scored on the next play.
So they stood the defense up and smacked it, like I was talking about. And that's what I'm saying. And by the way, there is too much talent, and I don't want to. There is no excuse. There is no young. There is no rebuild. There are really good football players that are out there. But that's 72 yards right there. Then, of course, the next play, you got two plays. They in the end zone. It's they kick the extra points. It's 7-0, and against a good team, they allow for that to happen. That is a commitment problem.
Money Mike, put up the graphic of the defense. Put up the graphic of the defense, please. How many total yards? 527 total yards. The most this season. The most since, I believe, last year. 527 yards. 9.9 yards per play. Gee, you know what 9 yards per play means?
First down?
Every time they snap the ball, it's damn near first down.
Mm-hmm.
3 players had over 100 yards. Christian McCaffrey had over 100 yards. Deebo Samuel had over 120 yards. Brandon Ayuk had over 120 yards catching the football today. And we forget about George Kittle, who just had who had a field day himself. And so
Brock Purdy, just so you hear Brock Purdy's stats. By the way, career high, 368 yards passing with 2 touchdowns. He was 19 for 27. Oh, you ready for this? Let me just tell you. 1 interception. He is the 4th player to complete at least 70% of his passes in 7 straight games. Joe Montana holds the record with 8 in 1989.
Not Joe Montana. He up there with the GOATs. He up there with the best of all
GOATs,
time.
Man. I didn't think he was good. The boy's good. Hold on, real quick. Time out. Let's figure out this mic situation. Your mic good?
That's your mic. That's your mic, I think.
Is it my mic?
Is it my mic? Is it my mic or your mic?
They saying they can hear me.
They can't hear me? Damn. They hear nothing I said.
No, they hear. They said you kind of low.
Oh, hold up.
Somebody said I stole your value. I ain't steal nothing.
Mic check.
Oh, that's way better.
Yeah, man. Y'all shut up. Don't start with me today. I'll cut somebody out in a heartbeat.
Okay. All right, KJ. Hold on. I got a lot of questions. So I'm gonna fire away. This is the first time in Pete Carroll's career here with the Seahawks, his tenure, 14 seasons that they've lost 4 games in a row. This has never happened under Pete Carroll. Now, this defense and no run game, KJ, we want to know what's going on. And let me get specific. Now, you all know the rule on this show. The rule is we don't call for no jobs. So don't prepare. You're not going to hear none of that. We call for no jobs. However, we will be critical, if we have to be, about the play. Tariq Woolen is not playing good football, KJ. Tariq Woolen is not playing good football. I'm telling you right now, the want to that I'm seeing with the effort on tackling is not there. Not that I see with my eye, right? I'm seeing a lot of standing. I'm seeing a lot of olays like a matador. I'm not seeing the energy from him. And a lot of defense on the tackling.
We'll start there. And looking at Tariq is just, like you said, the want to, the desire, the need to get physical. When it's time to be physical and go put your face mask in someone's chest, to go put your shoulder pads in someone's chest, I don't see it. And the tackling. This is the NFL. This is football. You're not a receiver anymore. What caused you to go to? You're not in the middle of nowhere in Texas.
Right.
You are playing cornerback. You're going against a Debo Samuel. Sometimes the Trent Williams will come and block you. You got to put your face mask in there and get down and dirty, get gritty. Every play not going to be 7-on-7. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And keep going. I'll let you set up.
No. So when you give up 527 yards for the first time since week 12 of 2022 against the Raiders, all right? When you give up 527 yards, what is that about? Is that about being out-schemed? Because, again, man, I know it's hard for you. You got some brothers over there. And I know that if they were on this call right here, they would even say the same thing. They would say, as a matter of fact, that's some of Bobby even said it in his post game, we got to get some things together. There's 4 games left in the season. This Seahawks defense is not supposed to be, feels like the bottom is falling out the last 3-4 games.
So it's a combination of scheme and players execute the damn scheme. When I look at a 60-yard bomb to Debo Samuel, I know that coverage like the back of my hand. That's cover 3. That's cover 3. And if you're Jamal Adams, you're the hook player. And this is day 1. This is training camp. This is OTA type of stuff. The weak hook player, you take the all-go special. If it's trips and I see that there's a guy at 3, I am looking at him the whole time. I'm not looking at the quarterback. I'm not looking at the X receiver. I'm looking at the guy that could threaten my zone. But as a scheme can't coach your eyes. A scheme can't get your eyes right. And if I'm looking in the backfield and the guy's running right behind me for a 60-yard down bomb, that has nothing to do with scheme. That's just day 1 OTA type football.
I noticed that's the second time you brought up OTAs, and I can tell that I told you early in the season, and I want to take this time to apologize. I told you that it was no big deal. I said it was no big deal that sometimes the guys don't show up to OTAs, and you kept telling me, yes, it is. Yes, it is. You said it is a big deal that everybody shows up to OTAs. And I just want to say I apologize.
No need to apologize, G.
I was wrong.
No. A lot of people had a problem with my OTA comment. A lot of people did. But that stuff is so basic. Stuff is so fundamental. Hey, you're the hook player. This is like day 1 stuff that they teach you. You have your hook issues. And an all-go special, a guy running right in your vicinity is yours. That's what you should be thinking about. His eyes are in the backfield. Damn it, look that way. Don't look that way, look that way. And, you talk about distractions on a football team. You don't talk about distractions. This team is distracted, man. We're dealing with all kind of stuff in the media. We're dealing with all type of stuff on the sideline. We're dealing with people getting ejected from the game. But I'll let you go.
Okay. All right. You just gave me a couple of things to talk about. Okay, where do I start? Let's start with the ejection. Okay, the ejection. DK got ejected. One of their guys, Lenore, got ejected. First of all, DK in the tackle. He was good, legit with the tackle, right? No problem with that. I'm cool with that. Fred Warner was a little off the hook, coming through, mushing his head, right? At that moment, I'd say frustration set in on DK, and DK wanted to just get some action. He ran at Fred Warner, and you could tell Fred Warner was just like,
come on, big dog. Yeah, get me. Get your ass up out of here. That's what he was saying, laughing.
I'll tell you why I didn't like that he got ejected. I'll tell you why I did not like what Jackson Smith and Jigba did with his penalty. I'll tell you why. I told you before, I said this week was going to be like bowling. I said this was going to be like a spare. What happens on Sunday is going to be the connection between those two, and it's going to, like last week, is going to come to pass with this Sunday. Now, in my opinion, because Jamal came out and did when they go low, I go lower. I'll tell you why I was mad about that. I was mad about that because you now have the spotlight pointed on Pete. Now people think Pete has no control of the team. So then we get to the game on Sunday, and then that happens. There was a point where DK smashed his helmet on there. He frustrated. I get it, right?
Cool with that.
Gets ejected from the game, right? Jackson does that. So now, again, these makes people, so there's people in the comments, people all over. Now, people can say, oh, it doesn't matter what everybody says. Well, it matters when collectively everybody is saying the same thing. And so when you have that feeling, now help me out, KJ.
Let's get to DK's. Let's get to DK. What DK said. My producer, can you put up what DK Metcalf said? In this,
in my mind, when I see a pick, I turn into a defensive player. Right. I mean, defensive players don't get mad when they tackle me and suplex me like that. So, yeah, that's what I was doing. I was making the tackle for my team.
Hey, you a bad man. First of all, Money Mike. I like that. First of all, G. When I talk about this team is distracted, the discipline right now is a big concern for me. The lack of guys being held accountable is pissing me off at this point. And when you do stuff like that, let's just go back to the day. Let's go back in the day. It's just a bore to me. When I put up your penalties, it's just a bore to me. When they go low, I go lower. Now I'm getting ejected from the game. And it comes to a point where you're not even focused on your motherfucking opponent. You worry about some dumb shit. You want to worry about some dumb shit as a football team. You're over here worried about stuff that gets said in the media, folks tweeting at you, what the fans saying about you. You're not even worrying about the San Francisco 49ers. Football is too damn hard, G. This is the best of the best of the best. And if we got these distractions I have to worry about as a coach, as a defensive coordinator, as a wide receiver coach, I can't even get to stopping a crack toss. I can't even get to stopping football because I'm worried about this other stuff as a football team. That's the immaturity stuff that I'm talking about. That's the immaturity stuff that I'm mad about. When you do silly stuff, when somebody call you out, that person hating on you. That person, he don't know what he talking about. He got an issue. Oh, you're talking about I'm not coming to OTAs. You want to do this, you want to do that. You the problem. You the one that got an issue. And it shows up each and every Sunday. That's what I'm upset about. That's what I'm mad about. I know what championship football look like. I know what winners look like. I know I can look in the winner's eye and tell what they look like, especially when stuff going bad. When stuff going bad, I see people's true character. I really see people's true character when stuff get rowdy and get upset and get tight. And what I saw from this football team in this last 3 minutes of the game was really disappointing, really upsetting. Extremely disappointing, extremely upsetting. Pissed me off today.
When you say
and I'm not even done. Let's go to the sidelines. After all this stuff happened, play the play, money. Play the play. Play what happened.
Is because he flipped it forward here to Greenlaw, I think. And then this is how bad feelings started. Metcalf slammed Warner, and Warner got him back, and then this.
Yeah, this isn't the first time with DK Metcalf now.
Yeah.
So, Fred Warner, that was some bullshit. You ain't got no business pushing somebody in the back of their head. But we all know when it comes to the second person always gets caught. Now, let's fast forward. We get to the sideline, G. You know what I saw on my TV screen? Some random-ass player, I don't even know who he was, went up to DK Metcalf, put his arms around him, kikiing and ha-haing, laughing, smiling. You motherfuckers is losing right now. Your star receiver just went up and grabbed a guy's face mask 2 or 3 times. What's so funny on the sideline? What are you laughing at? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Because I for damn sure saw it.
I saw it and I didn't know who it was. He came up from behind him.
Yeah,
and
laughing.
Laughing. Yeah. I didn't know that you were gonna really let your emotions out. We talked after the game and you was upset. You was really upset. This seems different, KJ. You being upset in the way that you're upset right now is a little different than it has ever been. Okay, go ahead.
You know why I'm so upset, G? Because I see a group of men and I really feel like they don't have my coach back. That's what I'm really seeing right now. I see a group of men that don't have my coach, Pete Carroll's back right now. I see a group of guys that's out here just doing whatever the hell they want to do. Say whatever the hell they want to say. You know what rule number 1 of the team is, G?
What's that?
Protect the team. I carried that like it was no other. This was my coach told me, protect the team, protect what you say about us, protect how you represent us. I don't see these guys protecting the damn team. I don't see it. And I feel like when I see Coach Carroll, it's like we had guys in my time that would sometimes push that needle. They would push that. But we as men, we as brothers, we kept it tight amongst ourselves. We kept it tight, man to man, brother to brother. Hey, Sherm, you tripping right here, bro. Hey, Sherm, hey, you tripping. Hey, Doug, no, Doug, you was wrong with that. I love your passion, but you tripping on that, my dog. I don't know if that's happening. I'm not in the building like that. But when I look at on Sundays, I don't see that. I see motherfuckers going up to him laughing and stuff. That's what I see.
When you say you don't see that, and you probably don't see that because here we are, right? Week 14. Are we week 14? Yeah. We're week 14 of the season, and I would assume that this is a little late in the season to not see that. This is a little late in the season to not that feeling. And you just talked about your coach's back, talking about Pete's back. That's what I've been saying. Like this right now, the overall feeling of a lot of people, they feel as if Pete does not have control. And they have that sense because of what has been on display the last week. So I can see your passion on this. So There's 4 games left, and I know we don't like to talk about the rest of the games, but this next game is at home Monday night. You got the Eagles on Monday night. You got them traveling to the Titans. You got the Steelers at home, and then you travel on the road to Cardinals. So of the 4 games, you got 2 at home, 2 on the road. When it comes to that, how and what is going to have to happen? Because, all right, hold on. KJ, no. Because I want to make sure we keep our rule. We don't call for jobs. Okay? But as a fan, I'm going to say this, KJ. I feel that if your mom and dad and you come in after curfew, and curfew is 10 o'clock, and you come in at 11 o'clock week 1. Week 2, you come in at 11:30. Week 3, week 4, and all of a sudden, your mom and dad ain't saying nothing. They ain't tripping about you being late at the curfew. So sometimes a foot got to come down, and sometimes something got to happen to really get the attention. KJ, how can they get attention? Because I don't think people are really getting the message.
Let's take it back to before I got here. Let's take it back to 2010. Coach Carroll was a savage. He did what he had to do. You talking about the most transactions in NFL history came from the gray-haired man. Came from John Snyder. He handled business. That from the top down, when nobody safe. Wasn't a single soul safe when Coach Carroll came on the scene. And I feel like right now, something got to give. I don't know who it is. I don't know, player, coach. Something has got to happen to really send a message to this football team that, one, we're not giving up on this football season. That's one. And 2, I'm in full command. I'm the head honcho of this football team, right? Mm-hmm. So something got to happen, but to stay what we're doing, to continue to what we're doing going into week 5, Monday Night Football against the Philadelphia Eagles, we don't lose 4 games in a row and just, go to the same tell the truth Monday. Nah. A new team will be shown come Monday night.
I think the 4 games in a row, I think it is not just the losses. I think it is just how. It just don't feel good. I mean, I thought that the Ravens was bad, which it was, but I thought that we could all put the Ravens behind us, right? Whatever, yes. Okay, yes. It's cool. But since we got you on a good foot right now, KJ, and we got you answering questions, then let me ask you this. Who is this team? What I mean by that is this. Who is this team? Is this a good football team? Or is it just unlucky that they're playing really good football teams? The Dallas Cowboys, good. The Niners are good. The Rams, for some reason, are turning around. What is it?
We are a talented football team. Let's understand that. We got talent all across the board. We got first-round picks here, first-round picks there. We got guys that's the highest paid at their position. We got guys that's going to be Pro Bowlers at the end of the year. Talent is no question. Talent is no issue. What we are is a team that is not connected. We got a team that's worried about this versus worrying about that, if that makes sense. We trying to win ball games, G. But when I look at this team, they're so distracted. They're not connected. I may have sound boring as hell when I came on this show and I said this defense needs to communicate pre-snap before the ball is snapped. That is winning football. That is a group of guys that love each other. That is a group of guys that's prepared. That's a group of guys that watch film together. We watched film together. I got to the building at 6 a.m. on a Wednesday morning and watched film with the linebackers. On a Thursday after practice, I got with the DBs. We are watching film together as a unit, and we're talking. We're not on our phones. We're not on TikTok. We're not doing all this weird stuff that these guys are probably doing right now. We are bought in, we're connected, and we're focused on winning ball games. My question is, do these guys have their tickets already booked to Cabo right now? I'm mad, man. I'm mad because I know what winners look like. I know what championship football look like. Everybody on this team not bought into winning ball games. And that's up to the guys on the second floor to figure out who's bought in, who is connected, and who we go carry on with this football team to finish on the rest of the season, but in particular going into the offseason.
The Eagles and the Cowboys, those guys, they played today, of course, and for some reason these Cowboys, they just don't seem to want to lose at home, and unfortunately, again, the Seahawks are getting ready to play the Eagles, right?
We can beat the Eagles. We can beat the Eagles, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. You can see them getting beat at home.
Hell yeah. No, I can see us beating the Eagles.
KJ, is some of the reason that you're upset? Is it some of the reason is that you can see this team beating the Eagles? And so can I. And so can a lot of people. But how do you feel in your heart? Because it sounds like you're saying, if this same stuff continues, you're telling me they're not beating the Eagles and they could possibly go ahead and get smacked the rest of the season. You're telling me if this continues, what we are seeing out there, if that continues.
This Tell the Truth Monday, when these guys come into the building, may be the most important Tell the Truth Monday of Coach Carroll's career. What I would want from Coach Carroll is to address all this bullshit that's been happening. And I want him to address it head on. Eye to eye, man to man, to hell with your feelings, to hell with you getting mad, to hell with you getting upset. Every BS play is going to get addressed in front of the whole team. This meeting will be an hour and 30 minutes. We're not going to do it just one-on-one. I'm not going to call you to my office. I'm not going to just call you on the side. This is getting addressed in front of everybody. This organization is going to know where we stand as a football team. That has got to happen tomorrow morning. Coach Carroll is the most positive guy on the planet. Mr. Positive. I need him to channel into their inner, whatever you want to call it, to get this thing turned around. Because they got too much talent to be finishing ball games like this, and for this philosophy not to be coming alive.
I never thought that this team would be in this situation, and I think that's the part that hurts. Never. I mean, I just never. I'm not used to seeing this. We're not used to seeing it because it hasn't happened since 2009. These Seahawks just don't lose that way, right? Nope. They don't lose. They don't see. You don't see first play of the game, 70-yard cutback run for 72 yards to start the game. It felt like it was Peyton Manning in his first play of the game against the Seahawks back in that Super Bowl, right? It's just,
let the other teams do that.
It don't start that way, but the fact that it has, and the thing that kind of has me worried, I got to be honest with you. I'm going to start with the Eagles game, and I'll tell you why I'm nervous about the Eagles game. Yes, I'm happy that they're playing at home, grateful for that, right? But I'm nervous about being able to run the ball. The Seahawks have not rushed for over 100 yards since the Commanders game when they won. And KJ, you know better than me. As a defender, you know if that team is not very well running the ball, it is easier to cover. The play action, it doesn't do well when you can't run the ball.
Don't exist.
None of that stuff. The pass game is obsolete, really. So the fact that the Seahawks, and I don't know what the health status of K9 is. I saw he was kind of banged up towards the end, but this Seahawks team is not running the ball well. And that's just, I know Pete Carroll probably can't sleep at night because of that.
And let's look at who the Eagles have. They got Jalen Carter right there in the middle. They got Fletcher Cox right there in the middle. Hassan Reddick, Sweat. They got guys. Big Davis. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? We got and if it doesn't work, you got to stay committed to it. You have got to stay committed to it.
Oh, I have to.
I think Kenneth got 9. Charbonnet got 8 carries. It would be nice if these guys got a 15 and 12. You know what I mean? 17 and 10. But
527 yards, 9.9 yards per play. I just and the crazy thing is, KJ, it felt like just a feeling. See if you felt this. It felt like the Niners was just like, we can win this. It's not. I feel like they didn't even sweat.
They gotta stop. They got a TFL next play. They weren't sweating at all.
As a matter of fact, when Love caused that fumble by Ayuk, Ayuk went to the sideline. His teammates was like, "Man, it's cool. Don't worry about it."
You saw that, G?
You saw that? You saw that?
Did you see that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. They were like, "Man, it's cool. Don't worry about it." Man,
Don't sweat that. We'll get that back.
At all.
Nope. And so 500 yards. This defense. Mafe, he needs some help. With the lack of presence on the other side, the team's focused on Mafe. Leonard Williams, the first play. I thought Leonard Williams could have made that tackle on the first play of the game.
Get off that block, huh?
You stuck like Velcro. You stuck. You know how Velcro is. You stuck like Velcro.
Yeah.
Get off the goddamn block. I wish Quandre would have ran inside out on that play. You gotta go inside out as a safety. The Jamal Adams play. What else happened? Love got beat on a touchdown to George Kittle. That's a trap pass, a little fake play action. George Kittle, same thing. Eyes right there. It was just all over the place, man. So that ain't scheme, G. That's do your job. That's execute.
All four of these teams. And by the way, the Cardinals. We all know. You guys all know what it's like to play for them to play in Glendale. You know, Glendale is not a fun place for the Seahawks to play. It's just not. So 4 games left to play.
Man?
The chat
Is it?
the chat is going ham. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let's get to all the
what
good
they say,
stuff.
McCaffrey gained our total what? McCaffrey gained what? Oh, I can scroll. McCaffrey outgained our total rushing on his first run. Kevin Wilkinson said that.
Okay.
All right.
You ready to get to some of these?
Mr. Producer.
I'd rather be flying. Just wrote in. I've missed the last few episodes for work. Apologies in advance. For blowing you up. Offense starts strong, then loses steam. Defense gets worn down. DK loses control. I've heard this song before. KJ?
Offense starts strong like we did. We always start strong. We always, their first series, we come on the scene, make some plays. And like you said, we lose our steam. We slow down. The quarterbacks don't go through their progression. And defense gets worn down, play after play after play. DK loses control. I was fine with DK slamming his helmet on the heater thing.
The interception.
Yeah, I've done that a million times. I've done worse stuff than that. And when Fred pushed him in the back of his head, first of all, there was some bullshit. Like, you don't push somebody in the back of his head. But here's the thing, guys. When you're in that moment to, like, grab his face mask and latch on, you just got to just be like, I got to be the bigger man in this situation. DK wouldn't have looked like a punk if he would have just walked off or just walked straight up to Fred Warner's face and just be like, hey, bro, don't you ever do that again. But once you decide to grab his face and do what you did, yank, do that, you're the one that loses. You're the one that gets thrown out the game.
Right.
You're the one that cost your team. You're the one that cost yourself money. And so,
yeah,
sad.
It is. I will say it is frustrating that they did not call Fred Warner for that. But
I think they did. No, did they?
No,
they called DK on the suplex.
They called DK. Yeah, they didn't call Fred.
On the suplex. They didn't call Fred.
Yeah.
Did the red throw his? Okay. Anyway, next question.
All right, next question. Same person. I'd rather be flying. Let's say KJ is head coach. Who are you bringing in as the OC next season? Who are you drafting to sit under Geno next year and learn for a season?
Dang. I don't know OCs like that. I'm gonna try to steal somebody from this Kyle Shanahan tree. Wes Welker, do you know how to call plays? And who are you drafting to sit under Geno next year? Some good quarterbacks coming out. Some really good quarterbacks. Heisman Trophy winner. Is he coming out this year? Daniels? He too small. I want a little tiny ass quarterback. Penix. I like that. Who should have won Heisman?
Daniel should have won the Heisman. But anyway, let's move on. Thank you. I'd rather be flying. Appreciate you. Just Ed, KJ. It's time for Pete to leave. He's done such a great job, but now it's time for change. He doesn't have the LOB anymore, and he won't have any success anymore. No, and Just Ed, I'm going to answer this one right here. This is why KJ is mad. KJ is mad because of, like he said, rule number one on the team is protect the team. And right now, there is this feeling of Pete not having control, or this feeling that they think Pete's the problem. And some of that reason is because those guys got to get out there and fight. And I'm not saying they're not fighting. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But this last few weeks, it has really pointed the spotlight back at Pete.
Yeah. And just Ed, just to piggyback off of that, locker room is everything. A solid, strong locker room is everything. And we had moments where guys, they got out of hand. They blew up. They had their moments. But I'm telling you, Coach Carroll or the other coaches could be like, hey, go handle that, or go talk to this person for me. You know what I mean? And so we held each other accountable. And so it's just frustrating to where I see these guys not buying in to what Coach Carroll's been doing since day one.
Daniel W., I'm not upset. Pete can't hang with the young offensive coaches. Just like we love KJ, but it's no longer his time on the field. It's the same for Pete. Time for a change. No more soft zone excuses.
Why you gotta Dang, why you gotta throw me in there? Just like it's no longer his time on the field. Well, let me tell you something, Daniel. I could go out there and give you 15 better plays than a few of these guys. Daniel W.
Daniel wanted to really drive his point home. And Daniel, you did drive your point home. Okay, look, I'm going to say this. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm never going to be ready, because I still think Pete Carroll still teaches, still has it. It's the same philosophy. I just think, do I sound like a homer, KJ? I'm sorry. I still think Pete is the guy for this team.
Yeah, and when you talk about time for no more soft zones, I do see that. I just looked at Dan Quinn and what he's running over there, and what I really admire about certain defenses is like their third down packages, like when you putting all guys at the line of scrimmage. You know who's coming, where they coming from. And so I would like to see these guys aggressive. But these young offensive coaches, the Mike McDaniels, the McVays, it is a new wave of guys coming up that's doing some really cool and exciting stuff. But Mike McCarthy, this dude been around since the 80s, but his ass putting up 50 plus, or what, he just put up 40 against the Eagles? And so it's all about making sure defensive coordinator on point, linebackers coach, DB's coach. Like when I played, everybody on that staff could have been a defensive coordinator. Everybody on that staff could have been a play caller. If I look at this staff right now, how many people can be a play caller? Next question.
I don't know. Let's see. What we got? I'd rather be flying is back again. My wife is Asian extrovert, and her superpower is pack bonding. It got me to thinking, this looks less like a team and more like a bunch of individuals. I feel like we need a daddy, a pack leader.
Dang. Well, that's what I've been saying. I'd rather be fine. I've been saying that this whole time. G. Scott has been saying that this whole time. It shows. It shows up on the tape. It shows before the ball is snapped. It shows when a guy come up to my star wide receiver and get to laughing when he's about to get kicked out of a ball game. It's hard to see. It's hard to witness. And I need leadership from coaches and players.
Todd Carpenter, why are we so undisciplined? It's not just penalties. It is the blown assignments, ignoring tendencies, and not doing the job. Are they tuning Pete out? I'll answer that. I'll answer that. I don't know who is tuning out who, but somebody's tuning folks out. I'm going to say this. There's no way in the world that everybody is all tuned in. Some folks, I believe, with the way that we are seeing out there, KJ, I believe we are seeing some tuning out. Now, I'm not necessarily saying they're tuning Pete out. I'm not saying they're tuning Clint Hurd out. I'm not saying they're tuning the offensive coordinator out. But by the way, I don't really see this really on the offense as much as I do the defense. I see the defense. There's some tuning out.
Jay, you want to know one of my favorite stories of all time on this podcast was when Cliff Averill came on here and he shared the sunflower seed story. The sunflower seed story is so special because there was a moment, Earl Thomas.
Retell it.
So Cliff Averill and Earl Thomas about to get in a fist fight. Earl Thomas walked up to Cliff Averill and said, "Stop with them damn sunflower seeds and walk through. Take that losing stuff back to Detroit." And Cliff did not receive that well. He got pissed off. He was ready to fight. Mike B was ready to fight. All hell had broke loose at walkthrough. We were losing. We weren't happy. But I look at Earl in that moment. Earl is someone that loves football like no other. Football was everything to Earl Thomas. And what Earl was saying to Cliff is, you need to tighten up. Did he go after the right person? He didn't. Cliff was Mr. Everything. But what Earl did was he spoke up. He addressed his teammate. He held his boy accountable. And what that moment did for us was it brought us closer and tighter together. We was about to fight. We got pissed off at one another, but that moment brought us together. And so when I look at what needs to happen, I don't care who it is, a coach, a player, but some hard conversations need to be had. Calling guys out need to be had. There was one incident where a defensive coordinator called out another player. The player was ready to fight the coach in the team meeting, in the defensive meeting. He got up, called him out, was ready to fist fight him. But you know what they did? We all got shook up. Where I was like, oh, this is getting real. And from that moment on, we was A1. And so, does that happen tomorrow? I surely hope it does. Next question. Let me read. Fat Zoni. Why didn't they go for it on 4th and 2? Question mark. Being underdogs, and there are times you need to be aggressive. Everyone looking down on you. Time to go all in. So this was, what quarter was this? I remember this moment. Yeah, we punted it. I remember this moment. I think this is like start off the second half. Pete known for being aggressive. I don't know why he didn't go for it. But you got to refresh my memory, Tony. But when you are in the situation on the road facing this type of team, 2 yards. But coach, his mentality is field position. Coaches always think about field position. I think it was in that gray area to where it's like it's not quite in that territory to go for it on 4th down. Let me punt it, field position, and just play really good defense.
What we got? Your mama love Vic. KJ, I love Jamal, bruh, but I think he needs to be exclusive at linebacker. Let him come in on certain downs and let Kobe, Love, and Diggs be our safeties.
Your mama. Let's get one thing understood. The linebacker position is the most sacred position on the football field. I don't play around with that position. You need to be able to take on offensive linemen. You need to be able to cover receivers downfield on an all-go special. You need to be able to communicate. You need to be able to do a lot of things at linebacker. Nah, he's not coming to play linebacker. He can go play safety and be in the flats, go buzz out to the flats and just cover running backs out there. But to put him at linebacker to play that alpha male position, no way, Jose. I do like Kobe coming in today, playing a little bit more. Let's see how that all works out. I'm glad he's keeping his head in the game.
Just dead. Come on, just dead. Come on, man.
Say the word. Say what I'm thinking right now, G. You say it. I don't want to say it. Say the one word I'm thinking right now with this comment. Say it, G. It starts with the letter Y, end with an S. Next question, man.
Next question. Yeah, next question.
You still know what I'm talking about? Mm-mm. Okay.
All right. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. You can't say that. No, you can't.
I didn't say it.
I can't say it. Angel Gutierrez says, I think Kobe Bryant needs to play a safety and bring Jamal down near the line of scrimmage. Also, hate the Vic Fangio style defense. Way too much space.
Well, here's the
There's
thing.
obviously, as far as personnel, I don't question these guys. I'm not going to question the coaches on personnel. I'm not going to question them why Kobe Bryant's hasn't been in there.
Yeah, and understand, y'all, if you bring Jamal Adams near the line of scrimmage, the touchdown to Deebo Samuel, I know he started high, but he's essentially an in-box linebacker on that play. You saw the results that happened. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so keep him away from the hooks. Keep him away from where explosive plays can happen. Go to the flats. That's simple ball. Go to the flats. And I do like Kobe Bryant coming in, but it's like if you bring Jamal near the line of scrimmage, that means Jordan Brooks goes off the field. Mm-hmm. And so it's a lot going on with him.
Zenith. G and KJ, thank you for making this season great with this podcast. This one and Sherman's are the highlight of my weekly commute to and from work. Special shout out to G for pronouncing my name right the last time. All right, Zenith.
Zenith. This name sounds familiar. Is Zenith the one that got mad at her husband? Is this Zenith? Remember she got mad at her husband? No? Zenith, this you?
I can't remember. I can't.
Yeah, but thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in, Zenith.
Appreciate that, Zenith. Thank you. What we got here?
KJ, thanks to you for keeping my mindset positive for my favorite football team during these hard times. Zenith, this is part of life. This is part of the football life. Hard times gonna present themselves, but I truly believe with every ounce in my body that there's nothing that can't be fixed, that any problem can be solved. I truly believe that. And sometimes it's a lot of times it'll be hard conversations, hard decisions that people got to make. But at the end of the day, I believe once you make those hard decisions and have those hard conversations, people will start to buy in, and miraculously, winning starts to happen again. And so it's a part of life. I lived it for 11 years. You should have saw what I went through my last year in Vegas when I was with the Raiders. That was hard. But we kept going, made it to the playoffs, and ended the season on a high note.
KJ, before we get to this next one, I'm going to say something to you, and I mean this with all due respect, okay? I'm always quick to say a lot of these things I don't understand because I never played pro football. But I'm going to tell you something that you know. You don't know what it's like to lose 4 games in a row as a Seahawk. So some of this stuff that we talking about, you don't understand either.
Hey, but I lost 3 in Vegas. That don't count?
Nah, not really. Because you was ready to come home by then. All right.
I had my flight book. I had my flight book.
I'd rather be flying. My wife is a drill sergeant. She's professionally trained to tell the truth and hurt your feelings. Do you need to borrow her tomorrow?
I'm telling the truth right now. I'm doing my part. I'm not going in the building tomorrow, so yeah, tell her to call the head of security and see if she can get in the building tomorrow to tell the truth. A drill sergeant? You made to a drill sergeant? Should be telling you what to do.
There's your boy Josiah.
Go clean them dishes. I'd rather be flying. Get your ass in that kitchen and cook me something to eat.
There's your boy Josiah. I was wondering where he was.
Josiah, where you been? First of all, anyway,
Josiah,
the team needs some.
Go ahead.
The team needs a Mike Bennett type in the locker room that'll beat someone's ass behind closed doors for acting a fool, like dude who was laughing with DK. So
Depends which Mike Bennett. Before 2014 or after? You mean the before 2014? Mike Bennett was a quiet guy. He really didn't talk too much. You know what I mean? Like Super Bowl year when y'all won that. I love Mike Bennett. I love you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who would say something to Buddy during my era that was laughing with Cam or laughing with DK. Who would go up and say something to him? Doug. It's Doug. That's easy. It'd be Doug. Yeah.
Doug, and by the way, Doug is still like that today, y'all. Still.
Yeah.
Angel Cotetta says O-line isn't holding up, so why not target JSN more? He gets open faster than a guy like DK. It would help Geno and or Locke. You know, I thought they went to JSN early and often at the very beginning of the game. Yeah, they went to him early, got him started right away. And then look, let's be real. As far as targeting, he spread the ball around. That's what he did today. DK only got 5 targets today. Go check it out. That's the lowest amount of targets that DK's gotten in like 5 or 6 games. DK the last three games previous had like 30 plus targets total. So
and young fella and JSN, young fella, don't do that again. Nuh-uh. No finger in somebody's head and mushing them and that ain't ball. That ain't winning. That ain't how this team should be operating. First and last.
All right, what we got next? Dev Peterson. You need to go to the building and get us right, KJ. I don't think there's nothing you can do in the building. I think you saying it right here. Yeah.
This ain't my team. I'm done. I'm done.
Zach says, why is Kobe Bryant still not getting on the field? I don't question personnel.
I'll tell you. They drafted a guy in his spot, number 5 overall pick. That's easy. And so next year, I do believe they're going to have a spot for Kobe. You heard it here first. So keep your head in it, Kobe. You going to be good, bro.
Yeah. Jonathan Smith, still love my Seahawks. I think we all thought the rebuild was over after last year. I think next year will be our year. Your thoughts? And keep Geno.
Man, everyone has that next year is our year type of mentality. They had a lot of decisions to make. They got a lot of decisions to make. And Geno, I'm fine with keeping. Drafting a quarterback is a must. They do have to draft a quarterback next year early. Draft a game changer at quarterback. I want to see that next year.
Man, I ain't let one go yet, but I might as well on the analogies. You know what I mean? When I think about this team and the mentality of next year, I think sometimes, KJ, you might have some of those relationships out there. You think it's good, it looked good, and all of a sudden you pull a string and it just kind of falls apart a little bit. So you got to kind of work on that foundation a little bit. You got to start redating again all over. And I think right now that's what the Seahawks got to do. I don't think this is before going into this season. You would think, little bit of here, little bit of there. But the NFL is a game of inches, right? It is. However, I think this team right here, I think that there's more problems that even myself and a lot of fans want to admit. There's some real change. I don't want to say that. There's more to do than we thought. How about that? There's more work to do than we thought.
Yeah, and I'm telling y'all, the film never lies. Go watch the film. You guys watch the TV copy. Go watch the film, the All 22, and it'll tell you everything you need to know.
All right, KJ, here we go. Josiah is back again. Is Kobe Bryant hurt or someone else? Jamal trying to cover, but acting like it's the pandemic with social distancing. Help my mans out, please. Josiah, come on, man.
Another clever one. He strikes again. He strikes again. So Kobe was hurt a little bit, and Jamal trying to cover, but acting like it's the pandemic with social distancing. Like I said earlier, this is OTA type stuff. This is we could take the all go special. That's yours. Own it. You can't get beat by that. Get beat on something that's hard. Get beat on something that's a challenging route concept, not something that's simple.
Scott says, KJ, you got to release the Navy all-day hoodies, homie. I know I got you in the auction, but you could come to Suncadia anyway. Love the show. We fans need this release after a loss like this.
Just buy the blue one, Scott. Buy the regular blue. I looked at this and I was like, nah, man, I want the regular blue. So, y'all, the blues are still on sale and the black. Go buy them right now. Scott, I wanted that for my wife's Christmas present, the Suncadia one. I want to send my wife to Suncadia for a week. She's always trying to go on vacation, so I wanted that one bad, but my pocket, I ain't got no job, so I let you win on that one.
I want to say something before we get to the next question, KJ. Doing this show today is hard. I'm not even gonna fake. I'm not gonna fake it all. Doing this is hard, and why is it hard? I'll tell you why it's hard. Because I think that I'm telling the truth. I'm probably telling about 80% of the truth right now. I'm not even going all the way 100. I don't think it's possible for me to go all the way 100. I got to be honest about that because you guys know how much I love this organization. You know how much I love this team. I have rules when it comes to calling out jobs, all those things. I don't like to talk I like to talk in glass half full, right? But I had to take this pause right now, KJ, man, because, this really hurts, man. Like for real. This really hurts what I'm seeing. It really hurts to see Pete Carroll, a coach team, play like this, be like this, everything centered around it. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. I'm going to tell you what this reminds me of. The feeling that I have. See, this is what I didn't want to get into. The feeling that I have right now at this second reminds me of 2009. Let me be very specific what I'm talking about. I'm talking about 2009. I'm talking about when TJ Houshmandzadeh was on the team. I'm talking about the time when they got on the radio and it was one of those where Jim Moore truly lost the team. I have not had the feeling that I have in my soul since 2009, and the feeling, it sucks, man. And the reason why it sucks because I'm so used to talking about, okay, KJ, what do they need to do? Okay, they need to do this. Okay, they're gonna go against the Eagles on Monday night, tweak a couple things, and then boom, they're gonna get it done. I don't have that damn feeling in my heart, man. So it's hard to do this right now. It's hard to do this knowing this.
This is what needs to be done. This is what needs to be done right here, right now. Coach Carroll and John Snyder knows completely who's bought in on this football team. They know who's bought in on this football team, and they also know who they want to take into the season next year. If you know you don't want to take this guy into the football season next year, if you know you're going to cut his ass or trade his ass, bench his ass come Monday. Healthy scratch come Monday, so he's healthy and he's good to go. Something needs to happen. If you know a guy not going to be a part of this franchise going forward, get their ass on the bench, and that's what I would do. That's what I would do because it's crystal clear who's not bought in. They in the building 7 days a week. They know the energy. They know who's talking. They know who's spreading drama, spreading mess. They know who it is.
I just got love for this team, man, and I hated seeing. I didn't like seeing 49er fans. They was talking smack to us all week last week. You gonna lose? And imagine that you gonna lose, and then Seahawks fans like
couldn't say a word.
Couldn't say nothing. You can't say nothing. Like, when's the last time you argued with a 49er fan? The Seahawks, the last 5 games, 5 in a row. 5 in a row. This ain't easy to talk about right now. Like, I mean, look,
the Niners. We used to own the Niners. And we got swept. The Rams swept us. The Niners swept us. We just got to beat the Cardinals. All right, next question, man. How much time we got? What time is it?
Oh, yeah. We at 10:10. I know. We got to get ready to wrap this up. All right, what we got next? Joel says, I'm not on the fire Geno bandwagon yet, but I think he's the guy. I don't think he's the guy. I think the long-term solution has Seattle drafting a quarterback in the next or following draft to study under Geno for the next couple years. But I want everybody to know something. In the National Football League, KJ, it ain't easy finding a quarterback. It's just not. You can draft your quarterback. You can go pick up another quarterback. It is not easy to find a quarterback.
Agreed.
So careful what everybody wishes for. So for everybody is like, I don't think Geno's the guy, and maybe you could be right, but it's just letting you know just how hard it is.
But yeah, no one's opposed to drafting a quarterback and letting him learn, getting his feet wet, all that good stuff. No one's opposed to that. But just to say cut Geno, bringing a quarterback, yeah.
Owen Ray says, do you think the DK and JSN penalties are due to frustration with play calls or all the L's? I know they can't be the only ones upset, or is it deeper?
That's on you, G. Because there are 2 different type of penalties.
I think I'll go JSN. JSN?
Yeah.
I think the JSN was frustration. Was real frustration. Real frustration how things are going. JSN, that boy wants to win. He wants to win, man. He hates losing. He wants to win. So yeah, I think his was on frustration. I think both of them, honestly, were frustration. I think that JSN I can understand. I just, I wish.
Yeah. and the one on DK, I can't not talk about it enough. The interception happened. We losing. Interception happened. I was like, why the ball in the air so long? Interception happened. He's about to tackle Fred. He tackles Fred. And Fred, just on some bully type stuff, he pushed him when the man wasn't looking. I would have got mad too. And but you just got to come to that situation. DK, you know you gonna get a penalty, dude. You can't grab nobody's face mask. And then he was laughing at you. He's like, I got you. And then, I got you.
And then did you see Fred Warner went over to the crowd right after, just talking to everybody? It's just, oh my gosh.
Last question.
All right, what we got here? Dan Peter said, with the way we're playing, want to make you want to unretire, KJ?
Listen, man, I haven't played in 2 years. My shoulders hurt, my knees hurt. I'll pull a hamstring if I went out there and tried to play. I do believe that I could go drop some knowledge on these dudes. I do believe I could do that. But come out there and play and compete against NFL players? Hell no, not happening. No.
Roman D says, can this defensive scheme be successful without 5+ Hall of Fame players? LOB was once in a generation. Cam could punish and Earl could cover the vacated space. Adams and Diggs can't replicate that sauce. I think that's unfair, first of all, to compare any safety duo to Cam and Earl. That's number one. I want to just get that out. Wait, you don't agree with that?
No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, you just you can't. That's just unfair. That's number one. However, I do think that this safety tandem, I think it can play better. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Better than
both
what
of
they
them.
have been.
Yeah, both of them. Can they be successful? They've had their moments throughout the year, but guys, we're talking 40 points last week. The Niners put up the week on Thanksgiving 30 some odd points, another 30 points. It's just all over the place. It's like run game, pass game, wide open plays. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. No, you get a touchdown. It's all over the place. So I can't pinpoint defensive line, outside linebackers, off the ball linebackers, corner, safeties. My damn corner don't want to tackle to save his life. I can't even get my starting corner to tackle. That ain't scheme. That's just want to. So it's everywhere. It's everybody.
Let's see here. Just Ed. Sherman would have gotten on Cam, etc. if either one allowed that TD that Adams allowed today. Woolen actually playing like he's actual draft. He ain't no Sherman. LOL. Spoon the dog. Adams is a Chihuahua. Come on, Just Ed. We can't be. Come on, man. We can't be calling anybody out of their names or anything like that. Come on now. Come on.
So we had so many moments, man, where God, and there's so much stuff y'all didn't see. Y'all saw so much stuff on game day. Y'all didn't see the practice stuff when we got to fighting, the OTA. There's so many stuff that happened in our era. But at the end of the day, we fought, we got along. But with these guys, I want to see them not fight each other, G, but just be men and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get in somebody's face on the sideline, scream at each other. You know what I mean? Like, out of love, though. It's out of frustrated love.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. Does that make sense? No?
No, it does. But at this point, this is where what I don't want to do, KJ, like I just said a second ago, I don't want to just spend an entire time talking about the bad.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about any good. But you know what? No. I'm about to answer that.
Yeah.
It's hard to see any good right now. It really is.
Yeah. I don't see it. It ain't.
It's hard to see. I can't. I'm not gonna just make up stuff.
Okay. All right. So our producer just texted me. He said we have 17 questions left. He said people got mad last time, so we have to answer them all. So this got to be rapid fire.
Okay.
Rapid fire.
So 17. Ready?
No elaborating.
Okay.
Let's go.
Here we go. Primo. What's up, KJ&G? How do you think Drew Lock did? I will say this. I loved his pocket presence, but needs to work on timing.
Good isn't good enough. I thought he did good, but damn it, I want winners. The 2 turnovers that should have been 5 turnovers, he was cool. He looked like a backup quarterback.
Josiah says, I laughed hella hard because I've been chastised and shamed for this shit play calling. Then the TD play to Parkinson was literally one of the Niners TD plays that they did against us 2 weeks ago. It is indeed a copycat league.
Now, do y'all believe me? I've been saying it's a copycat league since day one. They stole that play from the Niners last year. Fake screen, boop, right over the middle.
All right, last year. That was dope.
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
Zachary says, Zachary Stewart says, the new 2010 coming, huh?
He did a lot of cutting. He did a lot of transactions. I don't think it'll be that many transactions, but it's some people about to leave.
Just Ed says, rather have Byron Maxwell than Tariq Woolen. Let me just say this.
I love B-Max.
I'm going to say this. A lot of people don't give B-Max the credit that he deserved because he was with Hall of Famers. B-Max was a dog. Get something straight. Chase Carey.
He would tackle.
Chase Carey says, KJ, your boy Bobby's brother's alumni, is that New Mexico State University, is doing great since Jerry. Who is that? Is that
Jerry
alumni?
Kill has been there. Go Hawks and go Aggies. Your boy's Bobby's brother. I don't know who Jerry Kill since Jerry Kill has been there. I'm confused. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, we'll come back to
Elaborate that question, Chase.
Lynn K says, "Hey y'all, this is my therapy. This is my therapy. I'm from the Bay, and it's awful in these streets, surrounded by those who should not be named. Thanks, and keep on keeping on. Thanks, Lynn K."
This is a place of venting. This is a place of stress relieving. If I could stream y'all in to talk, I would. I swear I would, because we all need this. Football is passion.
Yeah.
It's everything to us, and I need this as well.
Michael Campbell says, "Nah, the offense needs to get the right tight ends involved. I feel like things are more productive." I will tell you, the one thing I loved about Drew Lock today, I said it before the game, and it happened. I knew the tight ends would be more involved in the offense.
Yeah.
I just want to see more tight ends being thrown to. It feels like it helps out. If the run game is not there, you got intermediate passes being thrown to the tight ends.
Yep.
Cesar Tello says, "Let's pull a Commanders like they doing with Bieniemy. Bring over Ben Johnson from the Lions as the OC and promise him head coach if Pete continues to fail."
Ben Johnson about to be a head coach after this season. He's about to be a head coach, so he's not gonna come and be an OC anymore.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I think he's an OC now. Ben Johnson is an OC now, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't like those games like that, though. I don't like it when with coaches in waiting, possibly. I don't like that. Matter of fact, that happened with Jim Moore was going to be the head coach, and he was waiting after Mike Holmgren's season. So here we go. Rey Mysterio says, "Some days you the toilet, and some days you the pisser. Let's get DK versus Fred in a pay-per-view fight. KJ, promote it."
First of all, Rey Mysterio Jr. is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But DK versus Fred, who will win in that fist fight? I got DK.
DK.
I got DK. Yeah.
Axel says, "KJ, you talked about being stressed about a player being drafted in your position. Do you think that this might be getting to some players at this point?"
Not in this point of the season. You're stressed in training camp. You're stressed in OTAs. You're stressed when they're about to announce that 53-man roster. That's what you're stressed about. But at this point in the season, no, you're good.
You really did like Rey Mysterio, though?
Love Rey Mysterio.
Dalek says, "Can we get a vote of impeachment? Ain't my prayers." Come on, Dalek. Come on, man. Come on. Josiah says, "KJ and G, keep it a buck, and you tell us who you think ain't bought in." I don't know specifically who's not bought in, but there's somebody that's not bought in. KJ, I got that one. I don't know specifically who's bought in. Who's not bought in, rather. How about this? I know Bobby's bought in.
I know Bobby's bought in. If I say who ain't bought in, I'm essentially saying I think they should be cut or traded. I can't be saying guys should be cut.
Okay, I know it's late. Steven, 7 says, no. 7 says, "The tables have turned. Seattle used to hunt the Niners every year for a decade. This is music to my ears. Purdy is good." That must be a Niners fan.
Purdy is good. Purdy been looking Purdy. And Purdy going to be second in MVP voting. I truly believe he will be second in the MVP voting.
The Gamer Pass says, "Nuoso went down around the time Adams came back. That's the start of the decline of this defense this year. Both contribute."
Mm-hmm. Chenna, I've been missing him. We've really been going downhill. Yeah. Really been going downhill. Then Leonard came in. Jamal came. It's just been. Next question.
Donnie Henson, how important is pass coverage linebacker? How important is a pass coverage linebacker in the Fangio scheme?
I don't care what scheme you in. Cover 1, quarters, cover 3, cover 2. Linebackers run the show. Linebackers are everything to a defense. Name a great defense that didn't have great linebackers. Name one great defense. Baltimore Ravens, 85 Bears, 2013 Legion of Boom. This Niners defense we see right now, I don't care what scheme it is. Linebackers are everything to a defense.
How come the Seahawks didn't get Bruce? All right, next.
Hey, Bruce got to sack his first game too. And he don't play like 11 plays.
Yeah.
Danny
Danny
Bruce
McCormick.
last night too for like 30 minutes.
What Bruce think?
That's a private conversation.
Danny says, has Pete done all he can in Seattle? Sadly, I believe so. No.
Man, cut that out, man.
Nah.
Cut that out, Danny.
No.
I feel like I know Danny McCormick.
Nah.
Man.
No. After the next home game, do a live show at Sherm's Bar so we can all talk in person.
I was at Legion last night. Got me some catfish nuggets, some hot honey lemon pepper wings. Saw Cam do it in Sherm's Bar. I'm not opposed to that. That'll be fun. What you think?
That would be fun.
They got the stage for it.
Yeah.
Cam, come on, man. Hey, let's do it, man.
KJ, as we get ready to wrap up, I got one for you, man. Sometimes folks go to the club and they go and try to seek out the 9s and 10s. Sometimes you got to go and seek out the 5s and 6s. And you got to lower your expectations. Sometimes you got to go to HD Hospers. See, KJ, you never been to HD Hospers before. And those, you never been there. Nah, yeah. HD. Those listening right now, some of y'all been to HDs, been to HD Hospers. Sometimes you got to go there. You know what I mean? So should we lower the expectation or should we keep it the same for this team?
We keep it the same. Hell no, we don't lower the expectations. What kind of question is that? Like, I'm talking
about as a fan base. As a fan base, do we lower the expectations? So instead of going to get 9s and 10s, we should go to HD Hospers for 5s and 6s. You know what I mean? Should we as a fan base? So, because at the beginning of the season, we was talking Super Bowl, right? We were talking Super Bowl. When the Seahawks were 6-3, we was talking, man, it could be something else. Now
At this point, yes, I want to see us at this point just play complimentary football and not do dumb stuff to get thrown out at ball games. That's where we are. I want to see us play team ball, offense, defense, special teams, complimentary football. That's what I want to see at week 15 of the season. And they say HDs is in Kent. That sound raunchy. That sound like some cigarettes. Nah, that don't sound fun. That don't sound fun at all.
No, whoa.
Some dirty toilets.
No. I didn't. HDs was fun. It was fun now. I'm just saying. It was fun, KJ. You would have been there with me, man.
G was in HDs coming out with the Lizzos.
Hey. You want to know? I remember going to HDs and Joey Galloway was up in there years ago.
No. Is HD's a strip club? What is HD? Is it a strip club?
No, it's a regular club. It's not a strip club. You would have liked HDs though. HD Hotspurs, right across the street from the Kmart.
I don't fool with Kent, man. I'm not going to Kent.
Yeah, you will. Kent, wait, what you talking about? Hold on, I used to live in Kent. There used to be the apartments over by the football field, French Field. They got some apartments up there. That's where I used to live. Come on, man, you tripping?
Only time I go to Kent to see my dog Ali. That's the only time I go to Kent.
Hey, shout out to Kent, baby. You would have loved HDs.
Man, let's go to bed, man.
Okay.
We gonna see y'all Monday night. Damn, this gonna be a late. No. Oh, we might have to leave the Monday night game early so we can stream at 9:00.
Oh, the Monday night game.
Yeah,
we'll do that.
We'll leave that thing early. We'll see y'all next week, man. Hey, what's the takeaway? What's the takeaway from this day?
The takeaway is they need more commitment.
Need more commitment. Guys got to buy in. Brothers got to hold their brothers accountable. winning cures everything. Let's try to find a way to get a dub. 6 and 7 is a takeaway. What somebody said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you wasted your $10 urban flavors. What you mean you wasted your $10? What's his question?
Oh, why does LOB always blame the Super Bowl loss on that one play? What about y'all having an 11-point lead and y'all let Brady march down 2 times for a TD against one of the best defenses ever? Take responsibility.
Oh.
No shit.
Oh, you want to go there? I just woke up. I just woke up, Mr. Urban Flavors. First of all, yes, you are right. We had no business letting Tom Brady come back. He's the greatest of all time. And when you tell me we got an 11-point lead in the Super Bowl, we should find a way to close out that game. 100%. With that being said, don't play like that play not going down as history as the worst play call ever of all time. People talk about the one Super Bowl I don't have more than they talk about the Super Bowl I do have. And so, yeah, Tom Brady, he's the greatest. What the hell what you mean? And so he did storm back. I got scored on in that game. Edelman, he got a touchdown. They made plays.
Bruh, wait a minute.
But
he blindsided you with that.
Yeah, man, we're talking Seahawks Niners 2023. He smacked me. He backhand me, or he gave me the front hand.
Oh man. Hey, the next time we get together, we're gonna talk about Cafe Arizona. Cafe Arizona is a spot that you definitely would have loved too. Not for real, no, being serious, Cafe Arizona was jamming.
Is it like Joey's? Is it like Earl's?
Nah, it's in the Fairweezy, baby. It's in Fairway. What you mean it's like Joey's, like Earl's? What is you talking about? No, absolutely not.
Is this where they pat you down when you come in? They pat you down? And
I mean, yeah, you gonna get a pat down. Yeah. We gotta make sure you good.
No, I'm good.
Hey, you would. Hey, KJ, trust me. Before you got all this, money, these places like this, man, is good for you. That's what's good. That's why it was no cell phones, right?
Ooh, no TikTok, no Instagram.
No Instagram. You was in there dancing and you was sweating. You know what I mean? You was sweating.
Hey, Josiah said girls got beards there, man.
Nah, man, he trying to call me ratchet. Listen, this was the fun times. Trust me. If you ever meet somebody that they spent their time at HD's and Cafe Arizona, those are good people. Good church folks.
Man, hey, thank y'all for joining us. We hate to come in like this on 4 games in a row. I screamed a lot this episode. But damn it, somebody got to do it. And so we'll see y'all next time. And go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Peace.
All right.